is our town, 01770, 18 miles southwest of Boston. Started as a small farming community 350 years ago. Native Americans called the area Bogastow. Fun place to live, to raise a family, and call home. Folks here can agree to disagree on a lot of things, but one thing has never been settled: how to pronounce the name of our town.
Sherborn? Sherborn.
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 Sherborn. Name's Sherborn, as long as I've been around, and I'm old as dirt.
Sherborn.
I say Sherborn, you say Sherborn.
But Sherborn's how it's done.
That's because you are a newbie.
But I moved here in 1961.
Now you need to know the history. It's somewhat of a mystery. Travel was by horseback on rocky, narrow roads, and houses made with homemade tools. And we're thankful for our town of Sherborn. It's changed a lot through all these years. One thing we have in common is that we're grateful to have all lived here. We came here for the schools, open spaces, trails, farm pond, to mingle with the Sultan stalls, Bullards, Lelands, Dows, and Sons. And we're thankful for our town of Sherborn. It's changed a lot through all these years. One thing we have in common is that we're grateful to have all lived here. But when the power goes out, and it does of course, when the turkey's in the oven, well, that can be a problem. Where is Eversource? But we have a Jenny. Of course you have a Jenny. If you don't, you'll be sad, 'cause the weather's often bad, and a cold, dark place it will be. Sherborn, Sherborn, what's in a name? We're gonna like you either way. Say it loud, say it soft, shout it from the highest loft. It's our home, it's our love, it's our town. We're so thankful for our town of Sherborn. It's changed a lot through all these years. One thing we have in common is that we're grateful to have all lived here. We're thankful for 350 years. Ooh, 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 ooh.
A group of intrepid explorers are about to set out on an adventure of a lifetime.
I'm Addie at the ready.
Salisa named Adventures again.
Ty here. Have no fear.
The name's Ray, on the way.
I'm Bryn, and let the adventures begin.
I'm Declan, your fearless leader. Fall in, step lively.
And perhaps to find the real pronunciation of Sherborn.
We must look back and never forget how our forebears came and went, lest all these memories soon will be lost, like snow that melts from a winter's frost.
As our explorers travel deeper into the forest, strange things appear to be happening.
Our project here is a monument of how the years came and went. We hope that we will open your eyes to Sherborn's past, who, what, where, and why.
Time is changing, standing still, or even going backwards.
This way.
What? Odd events are taking place.
Watch the poison ivy, watch the poison ivy.
Isn't that the official town flower?
Back on track, the group comes upon an abandoned hut in the woods. Or is it? What happens next can only be explained by Rod Serling, whoever he was. Could this be a gateway to another dimension? Or just a well-disguised rear entrance to a 4-bedroom, 6-bathroom McMansion on a modest 40-acre tree-lined cul-de-sac? Let's follow and find out.
What is this place? Where are we?
Who lives here?
Is this a dream?
Wow.
Hey, anybody home?
Hey, mister. Do you know where we are?
Where do you think you are?
Sherborn.
Oh, that's a long way from here. About 350 years to be an exact. Or maybe yesterday. The time has little meaning where I'm from.
Sort of like history class.
What?
Why is everything black and white?
That's funny. Oh, let's see.
This feels yucky.
Ah, yes. It says right here on page 4, the scene turns to black and white.
This is wild.
Not a problem. Give me a sec.
I didn't know you could do that.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a long way from home, many adventures to behold. On this path that's filled with glory, many stories to be told. From a guy who has seen it all and more.
This has got to be a prank or joke to be this far from home. I've got to call my mom, but no reception on my phone. And I still want to know how we got here somehow.
When your grandchildren hear the story of the founding of our town, tell them where you heard it first. You didn't get it from some text, but from some old guy who seemed to know it all.
So far we've learned the names of our town and how the settlers came around. We think we know where we are from, but don't seem to know where we're going.
So would you kindly show the way, please, mister?
So put down that thing you tap so much, and use your eyes and ears and touch. In this land where so much has already happened, so much that you can learn from the trees. If you only take the time to stop, look, and listen.
We're listening. We're trying to hear. Is that the sound of a distant drum?
And mommy's calling to their kids.
And farmers and village folk marching off somewhere.
These are things we've never heard before. These are things we've never heard before.
In 1774, Sherborn families numbered 113. Now about 1,500 families reside here.
Hey, look what I found. An arrowhead.
I'll start with a story from long ago, about the time when a war broke out between settlers from a different land and the native folks who had lived and worked the soil for thousands and thousands of years before them. The Native American folks called this place home. Now, I'll bet you passed by Rocky Narrows and King Philip's Overlook as you came here. Let's have a look in the magic box.
How'd they get their names?
Well, by the 1650s, the settlers were clearing land all along the river for their farms. Then Rocky Narrows was known as the Gates of the Charles. Both the settlers and the Native Americans thought the river was strategic. But they didn't see eye to eye. They both wanted the land for themselves. A war broke out. The Native Americans, led by Metacomet, fought back. He later became known as King Philip. It was a terrible war. Many people died on both sides. Houses were burned. People were driven from their homes.
Wow, how did it end?
Well, we don't know yet. It hasn't happened in our fantasy. But here's something to think about. History is not about the past. It's about the present. For example, by the late 1800s, the Wampanoag language was completely wiped out. But there's an effort to revive it. And thanks to the Wampanoag Language Reclamation Project, I can tell you the language is flourishing again.
Hey, look up Wampanoag Language Reclamation Project when we get home.
Oh, this was the frontier. No running water, no heated homes, hunting and gathering for food.
No schools, no cars, no way.
No doctors when you got a tummy ache. Cooking with wood. Well, coal wouldn't come along for a long time. Or oil lanterns. Bedtime was when the sun went down.
I never knew that stuff. What else can we learn? Oh, this is so much better than reading out of one of those old dumb books.
Yeah, I was always good at math and chemistry, but history, yuck.
It's the drip, drip, drip of days gone by, of history.
Of jumbled dates and mystery, which they're trying to explain.
It's only jamming and scamming in our brain.
Drip, 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 drip.
So many dates we can't keep them straight.
Did it happen in 64 or 68?
I swear my memory will never be the same.
The teacher screaming out the facts. I'm just trying to relax.
Relax.
Drip, 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 drip.
Well, cramming for the SATs on Saturday. Bet I'll never get to Harvard, MIT, or Yale.
Without Google, I just know I'm going to fail.
Too many, much too many, oh so many facts.
There's gotta be a different way to learn these many things.
But days and days of factology just bring on more anxiety.
Get me out of here before I go kablooey. Oh no, not more to come. I'm losing my equilibrium.
That's the way they used to preach and teach us, but the lessons never really reached us. In one ear and out before we're running out the door.
But when history has meaning and comes alive, we know we are going to survive. When we're not just memorizing all those endless facts.
So take a walk and look around. Take a walk and look around, and don't just rely on all those many facts.
In 1847, Sherborn residents received 6 pieces of mail a year.
Hey, mister, are we gonna be stuck in the 17th century? That mean I'm gonna grow up to be my great-great-grandfather?
Nope. You and I can go anywhere we want. Bounce here and now, then and there. It's our fantasy, yours and mine.
Like in a dream when you're in 6 places at once.
How do we do that?
Don't ask me. I didn't write this. Just kidding. We go by using our imagination.
Yeah, but I'm thirsty.
Apple juice, cider. Did you know that Sherborn was famous for its cider mills? Why don't we go there next?
Some of the past we'll revisit today, like Harold Hildreth making hay with horse-drawn cart and a leather vane, or the millions of apples from Dowses Hill that met their fate at the cider mill.
The name's Jonathan Holbrook. I started making cider in Sherborn in 1853. Lots of folks had apple orchards and cider presses. We like to think Holbrook Cider Mills was the best. Grew to be the largest cider business in the world. Over 1 million gallons a year. 2 huge warehouses in town. Son Eben kept the mill going until a fire in 1908. Hard apple cider. Sherborn apples. What a history.
The cider industry paved the way for the railroads to come to town, which leads us to our history lesson about a very unusual new occupation. With the cider mills came the trains, and a new job for Henry Coolidge Goulding.
My name's Henry Coolidge Goulding. Fortunate of skill and with a tinker's mind, I was given the job of flagman to keep our town safe from the trains that roared with billowing smoke summer and winter, any season, through the quiet neighborhoods, freight trains and passenger trains alike. So I sat for 30 years guarding the farm road crossing. Not 5 minutes from the house I was born, though I longed to be carried by the outbound silver flyer to paradises unknown. Comfortable in the little shack, pot-bellied stove keeping me warm with passing butterflies and wandering dogs to keep me occupied. My only tool was a stout stick with a ball top and a great red flag. I warned the young and the old of the oncoming dangers of scheduled passenger trains and numerous unscheduled freight trains. I was the sentry for the town, and though there wasn't much road traffic, we boasted a fine record, which let me sleep well at night among the sentries of the stars.
The first car in Sherborn belonged to Dr. Poor in 1906.
Got one. We got big bucks and dough. The deer roam around here everywhere, you know, so drive carefully. You know what town it is. Let's roll. 0177, oh, here we go. We're talking Sherborn. We're really the best town. Better than the rest around, and you know what? That is a Sherborn. Get it? Sherborn. A trip to the woods will turn your day around for the good. Rockumentary is some of the best trails. It's great by yourself or bring your friends with the tails and the fur. You know, this is a town you may prefer. Roof! And these woods are good. King Philip's Overlook out on the ledge. Beautiful sights, just don't fall off the edge. Ah! Oh no. Got the Charles River running through, boating, fishing, biking, hunting, hiking. What do you want to do? Them all. Take a trip around, you'll discover new places like an old dog pound on 27, but those dogs are in doggy heaven. Good dog. Used to be a bogue to stow, but then it was a Sherborn, but now it's Sherborn and it's the place to go. Or is it Sherborn? I don't know. Do you? Douse is planting all the apples we could ever need. Some people used to think that was Johnny Appleseed. It wasn't? So go grab a cider at Douse's. Take a look at some of these old trees and historical houses. Competition may be scary, but you could check out Sweet Meadow, Salt and Stalls, and Sunshine Dairy. Farms are fun for everyone. Unless you're one of the ones getting ate, then you better run like Emily the cow with the peace abbey. She does a dinner plate, yeah, you should go and see. Ooh. But if you're there, you gotta go see Gandhi. An eye for an eye, I crush golf balls deep in the sky. Have a couple holes of Sassamon. When it comes to golf balls, I'm an assassin, son. Like the ball, you may have lost me, but if you did, I might be over at CNL Frosty's. Happy birthday, Sherborn. 350 years. Wow. You're so old.
In 1995, Emily the cow escaped and lived at the Peace Abbey for 8 years.
How can you jump all around?
Hey, I want one of those. Better than Xfinity or Verizon.
You don't need gadgets. Your mind is 1,000,000 times more powerful.
So, what's next?
Let's go back to World War II. Well, it was a very special time. Your great-great-grandparents fought for our freedom, and kids your age grew up very quickly.
You got a lot of history in there.
Well, not so much. This is a low-budget fantasy.
Here are the kids left behind. 8, 9, 10-year-olds?
9, 10, 12 years old. While our fathers, brothers, and uncles fight in some jungle in a world we can only imagine.
Where are the boys and girls left behind?
We would rather be playing baseball, climbing trees,
Should be laughing and swimming and chasing frogs at the pond.
We are the boys and girls left behind. To till the fields, mend the walls, water the horses, or hold our mother's hand when that letter comes. That letter. Sometimes we play soldier and wish we could be anywhere else but these hot fields in the middle of summer.
Maybe next summer we will be able to be children again.
Playing catch with our older brothers, home, safely from the wars. But right now the corn needs picking. There's a newborn calf gone missing.
Where are the boys and girls left behind? Left behind.
The war rages, World War II. My oldest boy is on the front lines in northern Africa. Somewhere, I don't know exactly. The few letters I get from him are so precious. Dear Mother, things are going okay for me, and I'm still in one piece, which is all one has to worry about these days. We always think about the peace and quiet at home when all hell is breaking around us, and every moment could be our last. I wonder how you are, and if things will be the same when I get back. I bet your garden will be just starting to bloom when this letter gets to you. I'd like to take a day or two off and just lay around on the green grass. This business of war tears my gut out. I hate it. I can't wait to be home. Your loving son.
Now we'll have some fun.
Nice.
Yes!
You kids know what that is?
Yeah, a cornhole game. For a day at a time. Want to pitch?
No. But you'll never guess what it really is. That's what we used before bathroom.
What? Primitive.
Not only that, some folks in Sherborn didn't have indoor plumbing until the 1970s.
What? That was when my dad was born.
Imagine having to go to the bathroom when it's 10 degrees outside.
Oh, yikes. Well, I guess you won't forget to put the lid down.
Not only that, no electricity until 1911, no streetlights, no paved roads. You kids have it easy. TVs in every room, smartphones, electric cars.
No snow days? No Taylor Swift?
No Wi-Fi. But with modern times comes lots of rules and regulations.
Like the 20-second pitch rule in baseball?
Well, yeah, like that. And lots of other rules and regulations.
Is your barn out of spec, too close to the road? Are you trying to swim in your vernal pool? Is your septic a mess? Did your well pass inspection? Will you pass Title V or does it need correction? Did you know poison ivy's now the town flower? You try to abide but don't have power. Can you cut that O down across the stone wall? Does it belong to you or folks at town hall? They're coming for you. You don't know the regulations, inspectors and wardens, not to mention the tax collector. It's not about you. You don't know the regulations when trying to follow all the town stipulations. Did you forget, my son, to separate the plastic from the paper and rubbish in the trash? Did the chicken wings and banana peels mingle with the tin cans in your trash can of steel? All you over the line by a quarter-inch? Are setbacks too little or way too much? Can you make an appeal to the select board or even take them out to lunch? It's not about you. You don't know the regulations, or the tax man wants his money more and more each year. They're coming for you. You don't know the regulations when trying to follow all the town stipulations.
Early industry in Sherborn included guns, shoes, whips, straw hats, and pitchforks.
Wow, I just thought we were gonna see frogs and birds and stuff.
Many men and women have shaped the contours of Sherborn over the years. Here are just a few, but there are many more to be discovered on your own.
I am Richard Saltonstall. You may know our family name. I bought this land from the Channings in 1922. We too came from Boston to hunt with the hounds of Norfolk, to play golf and lunch with the Cabots and Forbes, to be good citizens, keepers of the land. As selectmen, to maintain order, calm and such, my wife and I gave the town a new library. I understand it's still a work in progress.
I'm Henry Channing. I was the first gentleman farmer to come here from Boston with wife and children, to partake of the joys of the woods, farm, and freedom. And then as I grew older, started giving land away. These woods were my very first gift to the Sherborn Town Forest, then trustees of reservations, the Audubon Society too. How I loved these woods.
It wasn't just the men who put our town on the map. Plenty of women, too, like Ruggles Kitson, a world-renowned sculptor, and Dr. Esther Richards, who got her M.D. from Johns Hopkins. Oh, one woman we will not forget is Phyllis Braun, who with her husband ran the farm on Western Avenue for many, many decades. She is the local expert in herbal horticulture and is entirely self-taught.
Wow, Sherborn sure is a cool place to grow up.
Yeah, it really rocks.
Well, we can't forget about the folks who keep us safe.
Oh, you mean like the folks that ring doorbell?
Or ADT.
Good guess. But I had some other folks in mind. Let's check it out.
The name's Harold Jackson, and I'm the first Sherborn police chief. I was appointed constable in 1923, and it took the town until 1954 to change my title to Chief Jackson. Fellers call me Deke, 'cause I was a great basketball player. Not much going on here in those days, so not much need for more than one chief and one officer in town. Someone once asked me whether I was afraid of arresting some truant. With my face, why should I be? It looks more fiercer than a gun. I reckon it does. I reckon it does.
I'm Tom Galvin. I'm your police chief. Come a long way since the days of Deke Jackson. Today we have 17 on the force, and with your help, we're here to continue to make Sherborn the finest place to live. We serve you proudly.
Back in the day, as a volunteer fireman, we did what we could to keep our town safe, but we had to purchase all our own stuff. Ladders, axes, buckets, shovels, whatever. Then in 1876, town meeting purchased 6 ladders, 12 buckets, and 6 fireman axes. We were determined to do whatever we could to keep our firefighters right up to snuff. In 1896, we even purchased some of them chemical fire extinguishers. Funny though, even though the whole town pitched in whenever there was a big fire, we lost a lot of houses and businesses back then.
Not so funny. Firefighting's a really serious business. I'm Zach Ward, Sherborn's current fire chief. Today, while we're still mainly an on-call fire department, but we have 2 full-time members. We have an ambulance that's staffed out of this building 24/7. We operate 3 engine companies, a ladder company, an ambulance, and several forest fire pieces of apparatus. We're all highly trained and dedicated to keeping Sherborn safe, not just from emergencies such as a fire, an accident, or a medical emergency, but we work every day doing inspections and providing fire prevention programs. We've even rescued a pony or 2 from a swimming pool or a well I know you kids are watching, so when you're 18, you may also want to become a firefighter because it's your town too.
Hey, how did he know we were watching?
I guess he must have read the script. Still no service?
No, it's kind of sketchy in Sherborn. What did you do before we had phones?
Word of mouth. People would gather at Clark's store or play cards in Annie McCarthy's parlor and share the news of the town. Word of mouth. People actually talked to each other face to face. Like the time Mrs. Messenger's son ran off to the Philippines and was gone for a long, long time.
Charlie Messenger's been found alive.
Heard Charlie Messenger's been found in the Philippines.
Sherborn boy. Gone more than a month. Only 12 years old.
As his mother, sure I'm relieved. Felt like he was dead most days.
Don't they live in Postmaster Bullard's house?
Wasn't he rather small for his age?
Boys teased him to no end.
No wonder he ran away.
No, don't know when he's coming home.
His grandpa was killed in the Civil War.
Union soldier. His dad fought in Spain.
Charlie was always happiest pretending to be a soldier. Like his pa and grandpa.
Went off to school one day and never returned.
Rather excitable boy.
Charlie's eyes would glisten and snap when he was excited.
Was a bugler in the Sherborn Boys Brigade.
They're going to send him home.
Praise the Lord.
Don't know if he'll ever be the same when he gets back to Sherborn.
Farm Pond is 85 feet deep at its deepest.
Where are we headed now?
Farm Pond, not only a playground.
I learned to swim there, and fish and sail.
And ice skate.
Not only that, did you know that from the late 1800s until 1938, huge blocks of ice were taken from the pond, so families could keep milk and food cold during the summer months?
Didn't they have refrigerators?
Nope. Before electricity, houses only used ice boxes. Everybody knows that.
Well, I didn't know that.
Farm Pond the way it was. A happy place for some, water source for town folks, a spiritual retreat for others. But there was even a steamboat cruising the pond. As beautiful today as it was 350 years ago. Not a bad place to dip your toes into the past or the future.
The Sherborn Yacht Club first set sail on Farm Pond in 1961 and is still blowing in the wind.
I never knew Sherborn had so many secrets.
Yeah, but I'm getting tired.
Me too. Can we please go back to the 21st century?
Get back? You could get back any time you wanted to. In fact, you never really left. This has all been a fantasy. But in reality, the past is never very far away.
You know, history isn't really about the past. It's about the present.
Good thinking. Well, you just have to unlock the history. It's right here in front of you. You just have to know where to look.
Can we come back?
Will you please take us on more adventures?
Oh, sure. Look me up anytime. At the library, on the internet, or at the Historical Society. Or just talk to some folks who've been around for a while. There's so much to learn, so much to learn. So tell your friends.
The adventures in history are here for everyone.
How do we get home?
I think I know how to get us back home.
Wrong movie.
The way home, that's easy. Just down the block, around the corner, and take a left at the memory tree.
Wait, I got a signal.
We're thankful for all you've taught us of stories old and new. The adventure is the journey that makes them all come true. Someday we'll tell all the children who may follow path or brook that history's where you find it. You have to know where to look. We're grateful for our time here. To us it's very clear. The rainbow we were searching for is oh so very near. You've been a very good teacher, like a mentor on this stage. Now we know that history resides beyond the page. I can't wait to go back again to the world we're living in, to tell our friends what we've seen and the place
You know the way, step lively, no need for all those tears. I hope someday you will return before 100 years.
I don't know about you, but I'm exhausted.
How far do you think we went?
Just about 350 years.
Give or take a few. I think we'll be home in time for the festivities.
Woo! I can hear it in the distance, coming closer, ever closer. This is the finest town, friends and family all around. This is the finest town, everybody sing our song. Coming closer, I can hear it, not so distant. I can hear it, I can see it, getting closer, getting nearer, every nearer. Sherborn is the finest town, a celebration going down. Come and join us now, Sherborn is the finest town. We're here together, and our friends are all around. We are Sherborn, we're the finest town. Sherborn or Sherborn, it don't matter anymore. This is the finest town, we're together evermore. Sherborn is the finest town, a celebration going down. Come and join us now, Sherborn is the finest town. Congratulations, Sherborn! This is where we want to be. It's all about you and me, watching it all come true. An awesome day for me and you. This is our greatest year, 350 and going strong. Where we belong, everybody sing our song. Sherborn or Sherborn, it don't matter anymore. It's celebration day, it's our birthday, it's our home. It's our magnificent, magical, finest, and